And thank you for attending today's seminar on using dashboards to drive KPIs with Kia. My name is Rob McKenzie, and I'm the product manager for Digits. So not only do I own the learning platform Glow, I also work closely with our clients during implementations to make sure we meet their business needs. And that's given me a wide experience with different industries and lots of different sectors.
Hi everyone, my name's Toby Gilchrist. I'm the creative account manager at Digits. I've previously worked as a trainer for Apple and have a background in instructional design. I've worked in the private and the public sector, and in the public sector I was the digital and technology lead for workforce development for Hampshire County Council, a job title that rolls off the tongue. So for those of you who haven't heard of us, we're Digits. We are based in the South Coast. As a business, we have over 24 years experience in digital learning. Not me personally, I'm not that quite old enough, but if you come to our stand, you'll meet our founder and MD, Colin, who tell you tales of digital training on laser discs. So we're here today to look at KPIs and dashboards. We will answer what dashboards are and what they can do. We'll talk about the love-hate relationship we all have with KPIs. We'll look at how Kia are using KPIs to drive excellent customer service and see how that's driving growth. We'll look at how Kia use dashboards to make KPIs work for them. And finally, we'll give you a demo of our learning platform, Glow, and show you how we can set some dashboards up.
So let's talk about KPIs. Many of us have a love-hate relationship with KPIs. Executed well, they give real business diagnostics and help steer performance of a company. However, it's also true that it's one of the biggest bugbears of management and decision makers the world over. As providers, we hear so many clients' pains around the laborious process required to produce KPI data to illustrate performance. This swallows up valuable resources in the very effort to create the KPIs, a situation which is ironic at best and costly and frustrating at worst. Other common challenges around KPIs involve individuals not knowing what is required of them. So in the same way that many people don't look at their objectives until a week before their annual review, people aren't aware of where they stand against their KPIs. This extends beyond the individual. So an audit can leave a whole team, department or division in a state of panic, whether they're compliant or not. So yeah, the issue goes from the individual all the way up through the organisation. But as we said, KPIs can be a really useful business tool. So it's really important to become friends with our KPIs. Key to becoming friends with your KPIs are knowing how to manage them. So at minimum, being mindful where you are, where you stand in achieving them. And technology can be a powerful alloy when it comes to this. So KPIs done well provide the clarity to the individual or department as to where they fit into the wider team goals. They let people know what they need to do to help achieve the company's goals, and at the end of the day, deliver a better profit. An LMS which gives you an engaging, memorable content, as well as an easy administrator interface, becomes worth its weight in gold when put together with dashboards to give you the key information you need to look at.
So those are KPIs. Now let's talk a bit more about Kia. So Kia have been growing rapidly over the years, more dealerships, increased sales, and a growing workforce. So what's helped them drive that level of growth? So Kia have modernized their range of cars, and they have a fantastic 7-year warranty. They have really effective and powerful marketing. They have 190 dealerships in the UK alone. But most importantly, they focus on great customer service in the sales process, the after sales, and the servicing. To enable the effective customer service, Kia have implemented what's called a Net Promoter Score, which is also used by successful companies like Apple. Kia customers are asked for feedback about their experiences. The Net Promoter Score is calculated by asking, would you recommend Kia to a friend or colleague? So people who score you a 9 or a 10 are known as promoters. People who score you 7 or 8 are known as passive. and 1 and 6 means they are a detractor. So calculating the Net Promoter Score is simple as subtracting the percentage of detractors from the percentage of promoters to give you a score of 100 down to minus 100. So anything positive is good, and anything over 50 is excellent. So having people who praise your product is the greatest way to advertise, with many sort of return customers coming from recommendations. And negative customer service, on the other hand, can do the complete opposite. But at the end of the day, it's people that deliver great customer experience, not companies. Kia have recognised this and have therefore a major focus on the development of what they call Kia people. To deliver great customer service, it's vital that the staff are trained at the right level. So sales execs need to know the right information about the cars to answer technical questions. Engineers need to know how to fix cars and be able to investigate and fix issues. Everyone needs dedicated training to ensure a consistent customer service experience overall. So Kia have structured their learning into different levels. Users start with bronze, work their way up to silver, up to gold, and hopefully one day achieving platinum. The KPIs for each dealership, or dealer standards as they're known in Kia, focus on competency rather than compliance. Rather than each individual having to complete a certain piece of training, Kia require each dealership to have a number of different types of staff at each level. There is a requirement for each dealership to have enough people with the right skills to deliver excellent customer service rather than everyone at the same level.
So before we show you the Kia dashboards, we'd like to share a short video of Ian Goswell, who's the Academy Manager for Kia. Ian's going to talk to us about the metrics KPI used to measure success, and also a little bit about what it's like to work with Digits.
Hello, my name's Ian Goswell. I'm Academy Manager for Kia Motors UK Limited. We are the UK subsidiary of one of the world's largest, fastest growing car manufacturers, selling currently well over 80,000 vehicles a year in the UK. We have a dealer network of around 190 dealers with around 4,000 individual people working in those dealerships using our learning management system and registered on Kia Academy. Yeah, well, we the achievement against dealer standards, if you like. We monitor and track delegates' progress through the various levels of achievement. So it's not just about the number of people that do training courses, it's about how far they progress through the various achievement levels. And I say the system enables us to track that and monitor that very effectively. Great people. I think that's always important. That's something I feel very passionately about is customer service, and that's all about how engaged and enthusiastic people are. And I think I think the people at Digits are very enthusiastic about working with us as a brand, and likewise. And I think it's a real partnership, and that's the great thing. There's been a lot of flexibility. There's been a lot of customization, adapting to suit our very specific business needs. That's probably been the best thing.
Thank you very much, Ian. So let's take a look now at how Kia use their dashboards. So we'll start off with the individual dashboard. So as an individual, when I go into my learning platform, this is what I'm going to see. So first of all, we can see what level I'm at. I'm currently a bronze. We can see my progression across, so we can see I'm about halfway through getting to my silver level. And we can also see the level I'm at the sides as well. So we can see the people at the side, they're changing colour based on my level. So anyone walking past the computer can actually say, oh yeah, you're only a bronze. There's sort of no hiding from it. So that's the main top section of the individual dashboard. Below that, we have a structured training plan. So basically, we have all the information that I need to know and the status of each course. So it's really easy for me to see what I need to do next to complete my training and get to the next level. So it's all about this, keeping it really simple for the individual. As well as this, I'm going to get notifications from the system. So I'm going to get emails that have been set up by the administrator to remind me to do some training. So whether it be sort of an age alert that I've not done anything for a while, or whether it's a message to say that I'm on a course next week, don't forget to turn up. All of this is programmable by the administrator, as well as then potential follow-up learning after a particular training course. so that I can get reminder emails of certain things I've learned on the last course I attended. So that's what I see as an individual. If you move up a level to the department manager level, this is what I'd see as, say, in this situation, a sales manager. Once again, at the top of the screen, we're seeing the most important thing, and that is, are we compliant as a dealership? So in my area, have I got the right number of people? So that's that big red bar at the top. Now, for Kia, a red bar is positive. It's not a negative thing. It's part of their brand colours. So a red bar means that, yes, 100% I am compliant. Below that, I can see a breakdown of my sales staff and their levels. And then at the bottom, I get a list of all the individual sales staff and their level and their progression across to the next level. This gives me a really easy way as a department manager to see that I'm compliant, and also, if I'm not, who's the closest person to get compliance to get to the next level. If we move on up again, we can now see what a dealership manager is going to see. So now we're going to see all the different KPIs that my dealership requires and my progression against them. And then in the same way, I can see the breakdown of people in each department and number of people at each level. Therefore, if my sales area is not performing, I just click on sales to drill down and see who it is who's not performing where they should be. If we go up another level, we get to the regional level. So now we've got a slight change of focus on the dashboard. We've now got a big pie chart at the top to say what percentage of people are compliant in my region. And at the bottom, we've got the dealerships, so the list of dealerships and whether they're compliant in each of the sections. Again, letting me drill down into the dealerships to see what way they're not compliant. We also have buttons on the top section, so we have view buttons next to the pie chart, which basically is giving me my list of who's compliant and then the naughty list of who isn't. So again, just make it really simple to see where I'm failing so I can resolve the situation. Finally, we just go back up one more level to the national level. Again, very much like the regional dashboard, we've got a pie chart showing completion and then the breakdown of people in the different departments, so sales, after sales, etc. And that's it. That's as simple as it is. There's nothing really amazingly complicated about them, but that's kind of the point. That's the point of dashboards, is to make it really simple to see the information you need to see at a click of a button, rather than having to dig around to get this information out of the system. The simplicity is why Kia are getting so much kudos for their dashboards, and it's why people are actually coming to us saying, we just want what Kia have got. We don't know what it is, but whatever they've got is working, so can we just have the same, please? All of this then fits into the Kia Academy. So this is the Kia Academy homepage. So the Kia Academy is more than just a learning platform. It's where people go to find out all their information. So we have information and resources generally about the company. We have HR toolkits. It's sort of a complete platform to meet a dealership's needs.
So we'd just like to play another quick short video of Ian explaining the positive experience that he has with the Kia Academy.
From a personal perspective, as I said before, the customizable reporting is really useful. The dashboard from a head office perspective is absolutely invaluable. We put a lot of emphasis now on achievement of training as part of the dealer standards program, and to be able to monitor those at a glance has been indispensable, really. It's a really, really useful feature. It's very much now seen not just as a learning management system, but an online portal for dealer training, and a way for us to get information out to the dealers about what's happening in the world of training and people development. Dashboard is one example of that, but other examples are videos, quick learning videos that we put online. They're about 2 minutes long, that talk about the technology in our cars and how to explain that technology effectively to a customer. There's all sorts of things we put on there. We put HR toolkits on there, for example, where dealers can download help sheets and induction checklists and things like that. So moving away from direct training into being a place to go for support and information. Yeah, one of the main business benefits is the fact that we've, over the last 10 years or so, we've increased the level of training delivery by about 5 times, but the actual headcount within the Academy administration team hasn't essentially changed. So we've managed to deliver more training, whether that be e-learning or face-to-face training, but with the same admin capability and resource. And that's largely because the online system is like self-service, if you like, and dealers are able to go online, book courses, do e-learning without having to, our Academy team having to intervene so much. Yeah, haven't got any specific data such as, apart from already mentioned, the 5-fold increase in training delivery. But yeah, I think all I can say is that we get great feedback from the dealer network in terms of how user-friendly the system is, especially when we talk to our multi-franchise dealers, for example, where they have other brands that they get involved with and do training with. You know, the feedback is that our system is much more user-friendly and engaging to use. Yeah, it's, as I say, it's been flexible. Element of fun, which I think is always important. You know, I think both parties enjoy what they do and very passionate about what they do, and it's that can-do attitude. I think that's probably the most important thing. That anything we ask for can be done, and even if it's quite complex and involved, it's yeah, nothing's impossible.
So thanks, Ian. So Ian talked about the success of the Academy and the Kia Academy, and the training is now actually award-winning. The NFDA surveyed dealerships across all brands and asked them questions about all aspects of working with each manufacturer. And the questions vary from profit margins offered by manufacturers to availability of parts. And the great news is that Kia rated top of this year's awards for the quality of training. And obviously that's about the training itself, but obviously the facilitation of Kia Academy has a massive benefit to that. We work really closely with Kia, but they're not our only client. We're lucky enough to work with some of the biggest brands, and we've been part of some genuinely innovative projects that have delivered real business benefits. As we've mentioned before, we have our learning platform called Glow. Glow is really easy to use, engaging, configurable, and helps drive real business performance. We're always driving it forward to meet our clients' evolving business needs. This has led us to being finalists in the Innovation in Learning category at tonight's awards, so wish us luck.
So, as Ian said, Kia have created custom dashboards as they have a very detailed definition of what it is to be compliant. A great feature of Glow is actually it comes with a dashboard framework which can be used to create dashboards for any business. So we have our generic widgets that can just be put together to create a dashboard, or if you need something custom for your business, you've got very sort of definite requirements, we can create a widget for you to allow you to do that. Now, in this context, the widget is not referring to the widgets that I like the best, and that's that little nylon ball that sits inside a can of beer and gives it that frothy head when you open it. Here, a widget is actually it's a window onto the database, so it's a little piece of code that we can put into our CMS, onto a homepage, and it will get some data for you. So the benefit of this, it's not part of our core code base. We can create something for you if we need. So I'd like to give you a very quick demo on how to set up dashboards in our learning platform. So let's just start with taking a look at the user dashboard. So here's a number of widgets that we can put on the dashboard for you. So things like achievement badges to give you accreditation levels, your latest badge that you've achieved, connections, so connections to other people within the learning platform. And then we're going to filter down to see some more progress type widgets. So we've got things like progress through my PDP, so my personal development plan. We've got the progress through my relevant learning, so that's sort of recommended learning for me. Progress through my training plan. And the whole point of all of this is these are just items you can turn on or off if you want to. We then have a learning to-do list to recommend to me what I need to do next. And then finally at the bottom we've got a resume learning widget to show me the last course I was running, an overall learning progress, a next booking to show me my next course, and a personal review to organise my sort of annual appraisals. So these are all just, as I say, configurable widgets that could just be put onto the page. So let's just see how we would change the page. So as an administrator, I can just click on the edit button, and that's going to take us into the content management system. I can now see all these widgets that we've got, and I can just move them around or delete them. Or in this case, let's take a look and let's add in my training plan. So the detailed courses I need to take next, and just add them into the page. So this is the development plan list. By clicking on it, I've now added it to the page, and I've got my complete development plan. But let's say I just want to see my core training, so my compliance training, so I can filter this list down, save it, and we're done. That's now added that piece of content onto everyone's homepage, and it's as easy as that to manage. We're now going to take a look at how the, in fact this is showing us the addition of that compliance widget. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at how I'd create a team dashboard. So this is that top level national dashboard within the system. Oh, go to the next slide. So all I'm going to go is, again, into our content management system, edit the team page, and we've got a blank page. So first of all, we want to add a pie chart to show us some completion statistics. So I just go in, tell it that I want the compliance widget to be added, and click on add, and that's added that into the page. I now need to tell it what I'm looking at, what do I care about. So I'm looking at the particular region at this moment, and save it, and that's now put that pie chart onto the page. Now I want to see not only the top level stats, but I want to see a breakdown of all the regions. So I'm going to add another widget onto the page. Also, it's possible to rename any of the widgets, so we can say what they're called. It's kind of hidden behind here, but I can just call this the National Compliance widget. So now we're adding, as I say, the list of regions and the breakdown of training within that region. So we see it starts off 100% width, but I can just change the width to two-thirds to make it fit nicely in with the other ones. And this is easy to do with any of the items to change their size. And now I'm just going to tell it what am I interested in reporting on. So I'm going to add in the fact that this is breaking it down by region, so I want to see the list of regions. And I'm going to tell it that I'm only caring, in this situation, about the particular compliance piece of training. So we're going to pick the development plan called compliance and give it a name. We can group multiple training plans together. So you could group sales with after sales to get a single compliance training number. And again, we can rename the title, and then we're done. So once we've saved the page and we've published the page, we've now created the national dashboard for all our users to see. So if we now just show you that in action, so now we go to the team dashboards, we've got the page that we've just created. I can now drill down to see the details, so drill down into the north region or the south region. I'm now in the regional dashboard, which I created earlier. And once again, I could drill down into a particular branch. So let's say the Fareham branch, see why they're only at 25% completion. Now I can see the compliance for this branch, the individuals and their particular completion rates. And once again, I can just drill down into an individual and see how they're getting on. So the styling is very standard. That's just our out-of-the-box styling. We can just take those generic widgets and make them look nice to make them fit your brand. Or, as I say, we can create custom ones for you. So here we are, seeing Karen's compliance and seeing which course she's done. So that's it. So that's as simple as it is to create the widgets in our system. So it doesn't take long. It's something you can do yourselves.
So yeah, I'd like to give you a reminder of what we talked about today. So we looked at the pain that KPI can cause and how to make them our friend. We looked at how Kia are using KPI to drive their very impressive business growth. We looked at the Key Academy with its custom dashboards, which have helped propel them to be #1 ranked car manufacturer for their quality of training. And finally, we had a look at our dashboard functionality within Glow and shown you how brilliantly simple they are to set up. last slide's gone for some reason. So if you'd like to ask us any questions, we're on stand N1. We're just over this direction.
Over there somewhere, near the exit in that corner.
The big blue pin. And we'll be happy to give you a demo of Glow, our learning platform, and show you how we can set up those team dashboard pages. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. See you on stand N1.